So what you see in front of you are some of the t-shirts representative of women and children that have been murdered in domestic violence in the state of Arkansas. The current shirts are the most recent 2011 shirts. We're short about 350 shirts that are not able to travel because they start to deteriorate, and you'll see some of those return to the project next semester. This is the Clothesline Project, sponsored by my social psychology class. It's one of the major semester projects in that one class in the Department of Psychology at Southern Arkansas University. We start setting up at about 7 o'clock in the morning. We have quite a few people that come through his class, and then this year people visiting the campus came to look with their parents, potential students.
The Clothesline Project, this is a group of shirts that are from Little Rock. The shirts were made with their stories on them about women that were assaulted or killed. And they go from 2004 to 2011. Most of the shirts were made by family members of the victims, so it's kind of a big contribution. All the stories, for example, this is Martha Olson on September 18, 2009 in Pine Bluff, Jefferson County. The police arrived at her home and they found a guy sitting in the car in front of the house, and he told police that his mother had kicked him out of the house, and when he returned he found her in a bathtub full of water, and she was 83 years old. So of course he was arrested. Do you want me to keep going this way? Just telling about the shirts? Okay, Marie Cogburn in January 2009 in Nashville, a former police officer was arrested after police say he shot and killed his girlfriend. He told authorities that the pair had quarreled about whether she was seeing another man, but said that he didn't mean to shoot her. He said he was putting away a rifle when she said something hurtful. That's when he somehow fired on her at point-blank range. The police arrived to find her dead with a single gunshot wound to the back. Her body had been picked up from the spot where she was shot and put in Gardner's bed. He, who does not have a home phone, reportedly went to his mother's house to call the police. He was sitting on his front porch when officers arrived, and he told the police, "I pulled the trigger." He pledged guilty and was sentenced to 20 years in prison, and she was 34 years old. Okay. Louise Gibson was 79 in Mountain Home, Baxter County. Authorities believe she was shot by Frank. He also killed her mother, then herself. A relative discovered the bodies at her home. Both women had been shot. Frank left behind 2 letters, including one that indicated that her mother was in poor health and he did not want to become a burden to her family or her children. The family member said that Louise had suffered a series of strokes. She was 79 years old.
This shirt is represented for Deborah Lynn Duncan, and she lost her life in what's the month before?
2009.
November? 2009. November 30th, 2009, Paragould, Greene County, Deborah died at Memphis Hospital after being shot 2 days earlier by her boyfriend. Paragould police responded to a domestic disturbance report and encountered David Lee Hatley holding a gun and threatening Deborah. Hatley shot Deborah, critically wounded her, before he was shot and killed by the police. She was 45 years old. Okay, this shirt is for Crystal Lynn Sharp. She lost her life May 7th, 2009. DeQueen, Sevier County. Timothy Sharp surrendered to police after shooting his wife in front of their 2 teenage sons. The shooting was reported by the 15-year-old son, who ran to a neighbor's house to call the sheriff. The boy told the dispatcher, "Daddy shot Mama." When police arrived, they found Sharp in the front yard and the weapon inside the house. Crystal was found still alive, sitting in a chair in the living room with shotgun wounds to her head and neck. She was transported to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Sharp pleaded guilty to first-degree murder and was sentenced to 30 years in prison. She was 39 years old. Bye.